Hey everyone, welcome back. This is the final review for the ToyBiz's The Thing from Marvel Comics Fantastic Four. Yeah, he's finally done and I'm pretty stoked about it. So, let's take a look. And there he is. There's old Ben. I gotta tell you, I've heard not a lot of good things about the Toy Biz kits, the gaps and the ill-fitting pieces and so forth. I gotta say, I really enjoyed the kit, and it wasn't as horrible as I expected it to be. It could be actually because of the detail surface, all this detail, there was nothing really smooth about it. It's all rock. So I think that when it came to sanding and filling and everything, I didn't have to be perfect with it all because, well, he's rock. But I was pretty pleased with the way he came out. The last thing we had done is I used the Craft Acrylics Pumpkin Patch Orange and made the base coat. And then what we did is we went over him with a oil paint wash. I used burnt umber with some mineral spirits, gave him a good wash, get it soaked into the recesses of his rocks. Let it dry, wiped it off, reapplied in some locations, and it had to dry for several days because oil paints take forever to dry. But in the end, I'm really happy. I thought I was going to have to give him also a flat coat in the end, but the wash did a great job, and I'm tickled orange about his final coloring and gloss. I made sure I did all that washing and everything prior to painting his uniform pants. I don't know, just something about it. I just thought they should be clean. So this is all hand painted. I used, what I used on that? I used Ford Blue on his pants. I thought it was practically a perfect color, I thought. It really sets it off really nice. And then used some white around the waistband, and that was it. He was done. Now the hardest part, surprisingly here, this is what I thought the hardest part of this kit was. The hardest part for me was the base. Okay? And here's what I'm talking about with the base. See, the key factor to the base is right here, and it's this street post right here with the Yancey Street sign. Okay? Basically, if you read the comic, Yancey Street is where Ben Grimm, I believe, he grew up. Okay? So we're being led to believe that he is on a rampage for whatever reason at his childhood grow-up spot, whatever you want to call. Yet the base that they give you, really, it's nothing but, it's like a moon base. I mean, it's just a rocky base, and they throw in this girder, some pipes in here, and the post. It just didn't go together. It just looked like a hodgepodge of stuff that they stuck him on, and it really gave me a fit in trying to figure out how to make it look right, the paintings, the colors, and everything like that. In the end, I just painted it this, I can't remember the colors I used now, I put them away, but this brownish color, the whole base was colored. Then I went over and I did the rocks with acrylic. It's all acrylics too, with charcoal gray for the rocks. Then I used the Craft Acrylic Black for all the black spots. I just filled it in. Kind of looks like an oil slick. It just kind of poured and oozed over. And then once it was all dry, I went over with a wash, the similar wash I used on him himself, this time black. Over all the rocks, let it dry a little bit, wiped it all off, and I got this really nice look. I'm very pleased with the look. Although I don't like the base itself, I'm pleased with the look of the base. The girder was painted in steel. I'm sorry, it was painted in rust. I added some texture to it and then dirtied it up, grimed it up, make it look like it was old. Same with the post. Painted it black. Then I went over it with silver, and then where all the dents were, I sanded it and gave it that rough look where the black's just starting to show through on all the dented spots. The street sign here for where he lives, this was made in Paint Shop Pro. Just printed it out on glossy paper, photo paper, and glued it in place. And really, that's it. That's it in a nutshell. Simple. Probably took me longer than it should have, but that's just the way I am. I'm just a slow builder. But it did take quite a while for the oil paints to dry before I can handle them again after that. The other real thing that I wasn't happy with the kit, and that is his eyes. Okay, the thing was also known as the blue-eyed thing, the lovable blue-eyed thing, and the eyes here, it might be a little hard to tell, but really these are really like bug eyes. I mean, they're not regular eyes that you'd see on a regular figure kit. These are like, it's like this. I mean, you've got his face here. Sorry. You've got his face here, and then they just stuck this protruding thing out of it. And this is what his eye was. So I painted that with the cream color, and then just the tip I tried to get blue. But, you know, it makes him really the bug-eyed thing. But it's not that noticeable, so. But really, it turned out to be a really, really enjoyable kit. Just takes a little patience, a lot of sanding and filling and stuff like that, but it came together pretty well. So that's it for that. It's a wrap. So time to start looking into what our next build's going to be. So till next time, be strong.
It's clobbering